or cover a game, and the way I go into covering games is I try to not look at anything, you know. And as it's been for the last year, I unsubscribed from so many gaming content creators because I got tired of the same talking points, the same bullet points, the same thumbnails, the same everything, which is just focused around pleasing the algorithm versus creativity, versus talking about personal experience, versus being afraid of being canceled, versus riding into the trends. I'm just a guy who approaches reviewing games the same way I review tech, which is based off of what I used to grow up reading in the 90s from Game Pro magazine, Game Informer, you know, Electronic Gaming Monthly, Next Generation magazine. Like when they had structures. I have a degree in journalism. I also have a degree in psychology. I have a degree in science as well. But, I went to school for journalism. I was a journalist when I was in college for the school newspaper. I've worked with publications and professional media outlets out here. And, I just took what I learned in school and I took what I grew up reading, what I enjoyed. And I've actually gotten to, which is cool, I got to befriend a lot of the people that I grew up reading their reviews and their articles and stuff. And yeah, a lot of it hasn't aged well, but like that's you know, back in the day, it was about fun factor. How did it control? So how did it feel? The graphics good? Was the gameplay good? And that was the inspiration, and so that's what I took into how I review stuff. And it's kind of wild some of the takes that you know I've gotten in the comment section or I've gotten on social media, like, oh, you like this game, you're woke, or you're supporting DEI, which for the long, I think I've said before, I didn't even know what DEI was. Just how out of the loop, you know. So it just started to get to a point where it's always about being contentious and being angry. It was getting to a point where people were getting way too comfortable saying things on the internet they'd never say to your face. And I'm not someone who goes out looking for smoke, but if you got the balls to say some of the shit that a lot of y'all have been saying to me in the comment section or online, I wish you would come and say this to my 6'3" ass. I wish you would. I really wish you would. Y'all say some horrible things. And it's like, it's crazy.